Так, а нам теперь нужны наши воспоминания, которые Келлог оставил. Так, Ирма. Ага, ник с ней знаком получается. Амари внизу. Окей. Пойдем к Амари. Доктору Амари. Так, нам сюда.
Доктор Амари?
Доктор Амари? Да. Так, стоп. Наверное, давайте для начала переоденемся. Оденем все, что у нас есть на харизму. Это костюм Реджинальда. И харизма у нас сейчас будет повыше. В случае диалога мы можем что-нибудь выторговать, либо договориться. Нам требуется ваша помощь, доктор. Мало того, что просите меня надругаться над трупом, вы понимаете, что для симуляции воспоминаний мне нужен живой мозг. Ну, помоги нам.
Nick told me you're the only one who can make this work.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees.
Я посмотрю, но обещать ничего не смогу. Да, мозг у нас держит. Все, что от него осталось.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is...
Да, это не мозг, но это больше, чем мозг. Нейроинтерфейс. Продолжай.
Go on, doctor.
Mr. Valentine is an older generation synth. But Institute technology being what it is, the brain implant could fit him. But that's an incredible risk to take. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari.
Моя гарантия уже давно
past the
истекла.
warranty date anyway.
I appreciate this, Nick.
Спасибо тебе огромное, Ник.
When we found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine. Just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here.
Ладно, я тебя пристрелю, в случае чего.
I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes.
Белые
Static.
вспышки.
I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
Не можешь ничего
That's what I
разобрать.
was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
И что нам теперь делать? Какие-нибудь способы взлома есть?
Let me think. The encryption is too strong for a single mind.
То есть нам нужны два разума.
What if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a
Капсула
host,
воспоминаний.
while your consciousness drives through whatever.
All right, let's get started.
Just sit down
Поехали.
over there and keep your fingers crossed.
See you on the other side.
Хорошо, хоть не на том свете. Ну давай, грузи нас.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic
Перенос
activity
мозговых
coming from the
частей.
transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there.
Слабый сигнал,
We're
но он
going to load
есть.
you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
Интересно, интересно.
Can you hear me?
Симуляция вроде бы работает, но воспоминания довольно-таки отрывочные. Я постараюсь провести по всем темам, которые сохранились полностью. Нам нужно будет выяснить координаты института. Это самое раннее воспоминание, которое мне удалось обнаружить.
Remember, you are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Mom knew how it was.
Мама все понимала.
She wasn't
Она была
soft,
суровой
but,
женщиной,
she
но
loved me
все-таки любила
in her
меня
way.
по-своему.
And she protected me
И
from
она защищала
Dad.
меня от папы. За это я
That
ее
cost her more than a few beatings.
не разбил.
I never knew what happened to her after I left.
Я не знаю, что с ним стало после моего ухода.
Not then.
Выяснять мне это не хотелось. По крайней мере, тогда.
I was such a dummy back then.
А вот и сам Келлог,
What did I know about how the
маленький.
world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away.
Нужно
I
было не
told
бежать, а
myself I
убить
wanted to
отца.
find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt
самом
of
деле
not
это не
protecting
бегство.
her from Dad.
Мне не удалось защитить ее от папы,
Yeah, it doesn't matter now, though.
и меня мучила совесть. Но сейчас это не важно. Так, что у нас еще? Ну-ка, радио.
People always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse.
Понятно.
What a joke. What's it
Бред
mean?
какой-то. Что это значит,
Nothing,
мама?
Connie. People like to
Ничего.
talk and hope
Люди
someone
любят
else is going to
поговорить,
keep them
и при
safe.
этом надеяться
Teacher at school
на
said the
лучшее.
NCR would bring back the good old days, like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Куда-то опять мои сапоги засунул.
Dad was either drunk or not around.
Папа либо шлялся где-то
I
целыми
guess he
днями,
must have
либо
run
сидел
with one
дома
of the Raider
пьяный.
gangs, but
Наверное, был
I never really knew
в одной
what
из
he
банд.
did. Don't know
Он
why
чем
Mom was
занимался, я
with
сам
him.
не знал.
Maybe at some
Не
point in his
понимаю,
life he
не
wasn't
понимаю,
a
почему
complete
мама его не
asshole.
бросила. Возможно, когда-то
Listen
еще
to me, Connie. You take
скажет
this.
что-то.
You're old enough. You're the man of the family now.
Ну, нормально,
It's
так
your
дала
job to
пушку малому.
protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy. And all that on the radio, all useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in
В
this
этом
world
мире
is
тебя
that
защитит
gun.
только винтовка в руках.
You need to learn to
Если ты
use
хочешь
it
выжить,
if you're going to
учись стрелять из нее.
I will, Mom. I promise.
Я не подведу тебя, честное слово.
You've always been my
Ты хороший
good
мальчик.
boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for.
Так,
There appears to
понятно.
be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There.
То есть мы будем отслеживать постепенно эти воспоминания. Сара.
I was the worst thing that ever
Самое
happened to her.
большое несчастье в ее жизни — это я.
If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living.
Ну, правильно, Келлог зарабатывал на
The
жизни
thing about
убийствами.
happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it.
Малой.
Focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand that's what happiness felt like. It's gonna be fine.
Все будет
The
хорошо,
thing
вот
about
увидишь.
happiness is you only know you have.
Понятно.
But we
Whatever made me think
Я не
that a
знаю,
guy
почему
like
решил.
me should have a daughter.
Что такой человек, как я, достоин иметь
I
детей.
never deserved her.
Я не заслужил своей дочери.
Not for 1 second.
Никогда ее не заслуживал.
don't know anybody here. And now with the baby?
Come on, Sarah, you've got to be
Понятно,
a
мы здесь никого
chance.
даже не знают. Значит, переехали
I
недавно.
finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know. But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need.
Да, нам нужно только наладить связи.
Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on, you're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around, looking tough.
Работает охранником, стоит суровым видом. Конечно.
Sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep
Это
you and
защитит
Mary
тебя и
safe.
Мэри. Обещаю.
I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. That's okay. I got her.
Вот здесь ребенок нормального цвета. В начале игры вообще какой-то негр был. Так, ладно, идем дальше.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg?
Какой финал ты рассчитывал, Келлог? Думал, что сможешь
You
нас
thought you could
поиметь,
just
а
fuck
мы
with
тебя не
us,
поимеем?
and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know,
Так вот знай,
they died
они сдохли
like
как собаки.
dogs.
И ты
And
не смог
you
их защитить.
I found
weren't
another
there
memory to try.
to help them.
I'll connect you.
Что ж это был за голос такой? Она про семью Келлога говорил.
Mind if we sit down?
Обитатели
Suit
пустоши.
yourself.
So, I hear you
Говорят,
take
ты
care of
решаешь чужие
people's
проблемы. Это
problems.
правда?
Is that right?
If you pay me.
За плату.
Oh, we'll pay you.
И мы тебя заплатим, не вопрос.
You'll do this all by yourself?
That's
И ты все в
right.
одиночку делаешь?
We
Ну да.
pay you when the job is done. Is that okay?
Заплатим, когда ты закончишь
That's the
работу,
way you
окей?
want to do it.
Как скажете.
So who do you want dead?
Кого нужно убить?
It's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well,
Там
we seem
дальше
to be
по реке
getting
живет
closer.
одна семья. Неужели
this
это
next
про
one.
нас?
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
Ага, но все-таки он замешан
the
с институтом
Institute.
был.
I wanted to see for myself if you really existed.
We do, as you can see.
You heard
Да,
all
вы,
sorts of
сволочи,
rumors about the
существуете.
Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right.
Он существовал, это
They
правда.
didn't know anything about operating on
Но
the
его люди на
surface.
поверхность не выходили.
Relied on their synths
Во всем
for
полагались на
everything.
синтов.
They had the resources I needed.
У них
And
были
I had
нужны
the
мне ресурсы,
expertise
а у
they
меня
needed.
знания.
Turned into a
Контакт
permanent
оказался
arrangement.
долгосрочным,
Suited me just
а
fine.
контракт. Это меня вполне устраивало.
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
Мгм, то есть Келлог все-таки
I do
противостоял
what people pay
институту.
me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more
Если я
problem.
работаю на вас, проблем больше
From what
нет.
I hear, you can
По
afford me.
слухам, мои услуги
I
вам
don't
по
think
карману.
you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
Ну вот и все. Что теперь скажешь?
Impressive.
Потрясающе.
We may have something to talk
Возможно,
about
все-таки
after
мы
all.
договоримся.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something.
Так,
We're
Все
running out of
теплее и
brain.
теплее.
There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Угу. Вот как раз наше убежище. И этот момент.
Vault computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
Просто
Pod
найди.
C6. Down the hall near the end.
Камера 6Б. С6.
The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like
Таки
me.
нельзя посмотреть, кто это.
But they needed me.
В масках. Лиц
I
не
made
видно.
sure they knew
Я
it.
бы их тоже нашел, застрелил бы.
The eggheads never liked taking
Понятно.
orders.
Так, это не моя. Вот моя капсула.
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving him alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No
Ну,
one better.
оставил.
But I was
Уже.
cocky enough to assume I
Месть
could
была
handle
неизбежной.
some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if he somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If he could take me out, they won't be able to hide from him for long. I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but,
Хорошо, что мне не пришлось убивать малыша. Конечно, убил бы, если нужно
I
было.
guess it did remind me of,
Я бы тебя тоже убил.
yeah, I'm a cold-hearted
Хотя я тебя и
bastard for
так
sure,
убил.
but, still human. Better this way, though. Better than taking her kid and leaving her alive.
This is the one. Here.
Open it.
Да. Прям как в первой части.
Is it over? Are we okay?
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Come here. Come here.
Wait. No. I've got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean.
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go.
Забираем ребенка и валим.
At least we still have the backup.
Хотя бы есть запасной план.
What's the holdup?
I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again.
Извините за то, что вам снова
I
пришлось это
found another
пережить.
intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
Ну давай. Она последнее воспоминание.
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually.
То есть ребенок был в Даймонд-Сити.
It was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid.
И он уже
Happy
вырос.
little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long.
I mean, I'm not saying she's right, but Mayor, he's fine. I probably shouldn't have given her.
Ну-ка, сверху
Hello.
ничего.
It's
Оба-на.
okay.
Ты еще кто?
The new breed of synths
Синты нового
could easily
поколения.
pass as
Легко
human.
могут выдать себя за людей.
Some of them did.
Некоторые так и сделали.
But the coursers,
Но охотники
they weren't built to blend in.
скрываться не должны. У
They
них
were
задача
killing
простая.
machines. Pure and
Убивать.
simple. Smarter, stronger, and
Они
faster
быстрее,
than
сильнее и
almost
умнее
any
почти
real
любого
human.
человека. Как хорошо, что
I'm
они
just
всегда на
glad they
твоей
were always
стороне.
on my side. One of these days, you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the institute.
Left?
То есть ученый покинул институт, а мне его
He's
искать?
gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil.
Ага,
We know he's
Брайан
hiding
Вирджил.
somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
В светящемся море. То есть, возможно, он нам поможет, если он живой.
Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys?
Биолог.
Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Ага, то есть телепорт.
Teleportation. Now it all
Да,
makes
все-таки
sense.
правильно, телепорт.
Nobody's found the
Поэтому мы
entrance
не
to the
можем найти
institute,
институт.
because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Ну давай, вытаскивай. Угу, выйти из воспоминания.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had.
Какие могут быть побочные эффекты?
Done this before. How do you feel?
Отлично я себя чувствую.
I'm okay, Doctor.
Все нормально, доктор.
Thank you.
That's good, but I want you to keep monitoring yourself. We have to be sure there's no long-term damage. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
We got what we
Телепортация.
needed. The Institute uses
Yes, their greatest secret has finally been revealed. But that only leads to more questions.
Uh-huh. That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil, we need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all. Where did the memory say he was?
В светящемся море нам нужно его искать.
That doesn't make sense. No.
Идеальное
That's
место,
why
чтобы
he's there.
спрятаться.
To make the Institute think twice about...
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same.
I'll find a way to get through the rads. Don't worry.
Good luck. And
Кстати, у нас же есть антирадиационные
by the way,
костюмы.
I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Окей, спасибо, доктор. Так, мы не против, возьмем у тебя несколько ингредиентов, ну и по мелочи так. О, журнальчик. Ну, это тоже все возьмем, пригодится. Особенности патрона.
Dr. Amari.
Be careful of the radiation. The glowing sea isn't a place to be caught
Ну, я понял, там радиация все-таки. Ну, с этим мы справимся.
Nick.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside.
Да ладно, голос как у Келлога.
That was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
Kellogg? Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
Голос был похож на Келлога.
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going.
Ну смотри. Пойдем со мной.
Let's get going, Nick.
Been one heck of a ride so far. Let's see where it takes us next.
You got the memory pod loaded up? Oh, you're not Irma.
Так, вот этому другу мы можем сдать серебряный костюм, автомат и остальные вещи. И шляпу.
I hear you. It's a mess out there.
It's rough in the best of days. But now, you ever listen to the Silver Shroud?
Вот серебряный плащ.
That's what we need. No matter how bleak things got, he saved the day.
What can you tell me about the Shroud?
He's from the radio shows. I've listened to all 419 episodes. He's the best. Better than Grognak and...
My family and I used to listen to every new episode.
You mean when they first aired? How? The last broadcast was hundreds of years ago.
Я из
I was
прошлого.
in cryogenic storage for a long time. I only just woke up.
Oh man, that's amazing! You're just like Mr. Abominable from episode 83.
Писец, он помнит каждую серию, что это именно из 83-й серии.
That's the one. They found him in an iceberg. Boy, if you just woke up. The world these days must take some getting used to.
That's an understatement.
Things may look bad, but we gotta try to make it better. I got a question for you. What if the Silver Shroud was real? With his black trench coat and gleaming silver submachine gun? I got a plan to bring him to life. So we can fight bad guys and give the rest of us a symbol of something better.
Sure, Kent. You have a plan, all right.
There's no need to belittle someone else's dream, even if it is a bit nuts.
I know how it sounds. I've built my own custom machine gun, even better than the one in the show. But to make this work, I still need the most important piece. The genuine Silver Shroud costume herself. And they actually got one here in Boston. They made it for the TV show. Will you help?
Давай про награду.
If you make it worth my while.
I can give you some caps up front. Just promise she'll help.
Ну, как бы он у меня уже
As it
есть.
happens, I already have your costume.
There she is. Pretty as the posters. The Silver Shroud costume. And memorabilia, too? You're something else. Together with...
Right.
Ну, давай
First the
награду.
reward, then I'll give you the costume.
Here. I wasn't gonna welsh on our deal. After all these years, the Silver Shroud is born again. But I'm just not Silver Shroud material. I could be Rhett Reinhardt, or...
Поверь в себя.
Come on, don't sell yourself short.
I got a better idea who should wear it. You up for being the Silver Shroud? You already got your own origin story and everything. What with the cryovault and all.
Ну, сначала деньги.
If I go along with this, I could use a little extra.
If it'll get you to help, sure. I may be able to...
Ну, хорошо, переоденусь.
It's like I get to be the Shroud.
The costume and gun are
Черный
yours.
плащ.
So you patrol Good Neighbor's streets, and I'll call in any crimes on the
серебряный
radio
плащ.
station. Here's some calling cards, I guess. When you dispatch justice, leave them behind. That way, everyone knows the Silver Shroud has returned. Time to fight crime!
Ну, довольно-таки неплохо.
Hey, let me ask you something.
Sure.
Спрашивай, Ник.
It's just, with everything that's happened with you and your family, it's a whole hell of a lot to process. I wanted to make sure you're holding up all right.
Я в порядке. В полном порядке.
You're a tougher nut than I thought. Tougher than I was. Took me a long damn time to get a feel for this place.
Sure.
Thank goodness I found Diamond City. It's got its flaws, sure, but it beats the hell out. Of course, when I took up there back when, people were just as scared of the massacre.
Люди панически боялись института. Я думаю, что и сейчас боятся института.
Plenty of people assumed I was just a saboteur, moving in to melt down the reactor or poison. But at the time, they couldn't exactly
Отравить воду и взорвать реактор.
Why'd they let you in?
Because I'd rescued the mayor's daughter, gal of about 15. Pride and joy of the mayor back then. The young Miss Roberts decided she'd run off with some caravan. Turns out the guy was part of a gang of kidnappers. I didn't even know who I was rescuing, just stumbled on her crying. I took her home and the mayor dubbed me a hero, offered me a place in town. Lots of folks protested, said I was a spy, but he wouldn't have it. Taking up in the city was tricky at first, but I never tried to hide what I was, and people seemed to warm to that.
Was it hard?
Тяжело было на новом месте?
Yeah, they sure didn't make it. I started off doing the jobs no one else wanted. I got more banged up being diamonds. But I guess folks never forgot I rescued the mayor's daughter, so the wife runs off with a new paramour and takes the rent money with her. Talk to the synth. An upset father decides moving him and the kids. After a while, the jobs got so backed up. Hell, I was so happy to do it, it was months before I started charging anyone. I never stopped being Nick the synth, but it was Nick the detective.
Sure.
It was about then that things, it took me a long time to realize that home is where you make it. That's a long story, but I hope it helps. Want to get moving?
Да, вот такая вот длинная история от Ника. Так, воровать мы здесь ничего не будем. Так, что у нас за этой дверью? Еще одна дверь. Так, здесь тоже ничего брать не будем. Умывальники.
The memory den is not accepting new clients right now, sweetheart.
Не принимает новых клиентов. Ладно, зайдем позже. Так, терминал, сумка, кровати. Ну, понятно. Ладно, будем двигаться к выходу. Наша история продолжается. Будем искать дальше.